Hello and welcome back to the Vintage Freak YouTube channel. If you love your antiques and vintage, then this is the place for you, especially if you like them affordable, decorative and functional. So I've got 20 spare minutes and I thought, along with a coffee, why not do a very quick haul video. Without further ado, first up we have, and I'm hoping there'll be something for everybody in this film, we have a mid-century Zurich vase. A little bit of information for you. If you see these knocking around, they are antiques of the future in my opinion. Zurich started many years ago in West Germany, and they produce functional tableware, but as with a lot of items from the mid-century, they have now become very desirable. You'll always see two numbers on the bottom, and this is 289-15, so 289-15. Now 289 is the actual shape of the vase, the model if you like, and 15 is the height of it in centimetres, so not a lot of people know that. This will sell for approximately £25, picked it up for a fiver at a flea market. Next up, wouldn't be Vintage Freak without some brass. A nice pair of retro brass candlesticks. No great age to them. I'd probably put these in the region of the 80s, 90s. They are identical matching candlesticks. They sell well. I picked these up for £4 again from a flea market, and these will sell for approximately £25. Next up we have, these are a bit different, a pair of decorative pewter horses. Kind of neoclassical in style. I'd put these as being 20 to 30 years old. They're on a hardwood base and I think they're doorstops. They're not ferrous, no magnetic properties at all, so I do think they're pewter. And I picked these up for £10 and I'll be asking £40. Something a bit different for me now. I actually purchased some books. Now this is pretty roached and it came with the main collection of books that I acquired. It's dated 1872 and it's called Raphael of Urbino, or Urbino, so I assume that's where he comes from in Italy. And it's a very detailed textbook with lots and lots of black and white images. Shame they're not colour, would have made the book a lot more valuable. There's an example, but they are quite high quality black and white prints that are actually stuck, mounted into the book. So a little bit of quality, but it's very roached. The cover is anyway, as you can see down the spine. 1872 is the date, so 150 years old, and amazingly, compared to a lot of the other items that I'm going to show you that might be 30, 40, 50 years old, this is probably worth £5 to £10. So I will list it on eBay and we'll see how it goes. The main purchase of the books, if I can find a place to put this, was a complete set of these books, Metropolitan Seminars in Art, and each book is on a different subject, but what's nice about them is they're reasonable quality, but you also get in each book inserts, nice colour prints, and obviously these are colour prints of articles within the books. So yeah, I mean there's several in each volume, and I think I've got nine volumes. So I paid £10 for these, and I think that they'll probably sell as a collection for approximately £45 to £60, probably nearer the 45. So this is portfolio 1, and it actually, the title of it is What is a Painting? Well, there you go. If you don't know, you can buy this book and read all about it. Portfolio 2 is Realism. Portfolio 3 is Expressionism. Abstraction, which is portfolio 4. Portfolio 5, Composition as a Pattern. Then we have Composition as a Structure. Composition as Expression. Fresco, that's a little bit different. Tempera and Oil. Portfolio 10, so I've got more than 9. I actually thought I'd bought 9, but Portfolio 10, Watercolour, Pastel and Prints. Portfolio 11, The Artist as a Social Critic. And finally, Portfolio 12, The Artist as a Visionary. So, lovely set of art books there. Lots of illustrations and some colour inserts, which are really lovely. Moving on swiftly, I also purchased this little wooden train, LMS. Probably dates from the 1960s, I would estimate. It is entirely wood, and on the side there is a badge that says LMS. Paid £10 at a flea market, and I'll be asking £30 to £40 for this online. Nice pair of, well, that's brass, entirely brass cannon, miniature cannon, and that's a steel carriage with a brass barrel. Now, I think these have got some age. There are a lot of imports that are made and shipped in from Southeast Asia, but I think these are genuine vintage, if not antique, examples of brass miniature cannons. I'll be asking £40 each for these, and probably will be accepting a bid of around £30 to £35. That's each. A lot of weight to them. Solid. They're not gilt metal. That's solid brass, and that, as I say, is a steel carriage with a solid brass barrel. So, a couple of nice models of miniature models of cannons. This is interesting because it's a little bit of a mystery to me. This weighs a ton. It's a hand-carved stone Southeast Asian deity or god. I think it might be Vishnu, I'm not sure. Now, if this is an original piece from a temple or it's original, then it's going to be worth a lot of money. If it's a tourist piece, that puts a whole new perspective on it, and it might be worth £45 to £60, perhaps that kind of region. So I'm not going to list this. I'm going to do some research on it. I will probably take it to a local auctioneer, see what they think, and we'll take it from there. But I will report back on what they think it is. At the moment, my money is on it's a tourist piece. Very well done, a lot of detail in the carving, but I need to find out. I can't list it in the dark, so to speak. Here's an item that has actually sold today. I've loosened the shade for shipping. I'll remove the shade, and this is an absolute classic 1970s table lamp. Wooden base, archetypal mustard colour from the 70s that was everywhere. Bathroom suites, curtains. Anyway, this shade is in that colour. This would be a turned wooden base. A very nice piece, and this sold for £35. Actually had it listed for about £45, but took an offer. I was getting a lot of silly offers coming in, and in the end I thought, well, I've got what I want, so off it goes. It's heading down to London. Right, here we have a brass engraved, probably Indian, certainly Southeast Asian, bowl. These sell for approximately £35 each. It's very well engraved, it's good quality, solid. There's no evidence of turning, so it does look as though it has got some age, and it is possibly, certainly vintage and possibly antique. But a lovely little piece in itself, and they sell as planters, and they look fantastic. So here we have a small copper cauldron with a wrought steel handle and steel feet, 3 of them. It's hand beaten copper. There is no maker's mark on it anywhere. These sell for, they can be quite expensive. They can certainly sell between 40 and 60 pounds, and I paid 10 pounds for it at a flea market. So I was quite pleased with that buy, and we'll see how it goes online. This is a bit of a star item. It's a copper cooking pot. Again, people buy them to use them as planters. They can be very expensive. I picked this up for £10, and I'll be asking £60 for this online, and I'll probably end up taking an offer of around £45. It's too nice. These are copper handles and they're riveted. Some nice detail here, and that's where the main body of the bowl was joined together. It was soldered together and then riveted. It's had some use as well. You can see from the inside, pretty loaded with verdigris. So again, I think there's quite a bit of age to this, and it could possibly, certainly vintage, but could certainly be antique. Next up we have one of my favourite items that I picked up this week, and it is a copper Southeast Asian dish. Make a great fruit dish or a centrepiece for a table. I don't know, that could well be calligraphy or writing of some description. I don't know. Haven't got a clue what that says. What I might do is put a close-up of it, and if anybody watching this video knows what it says, then please let me know. Might give me an idea of age and the provenance or the origin of it. I think it's chased from the back, which gives this raised sort of embossed look. Repoussé, I believe they call that. It's a lovely piece. I paid £20 for it. I think it could potentially be worth quite a bit more, and I may take this down to the auctioneers along with the stone deity, just to get them to cast an eye on it and give me a more accurate description of what it's worth. So very nice, one of my favourite pieces of the week. I also picked up 3, I won't show you all of them, but 3 box brownie cameras. Don't know anything about these really at all, to be honest with you. This one's in its leather case, complete, excellent condition. No idea what these are worth. If I hazarded a guess now, probably £10 to £20. Maybe the case adds a little bit, another £5. £20 to £25. I'll do some research on it. I didn't pay anything for these, so nothing to lose really. And I've got 3 of them, 2 in a case and 1 without the case. This is the other one with the case. Not quite, actually, rather than being leather, this is kind of a canvas type case. Exactly the same, box brownie inside. Date pre-war, I suppose. 1940s, 50s maybe just after the war. I don't know. 30s to 1950s, I need to do the research. I haven't checked yet to see if there's any film in them. That's always interesting to find out. Okay, this is a bit of a funny one. This came in a box free. Why am I saying it's funny? Because I have no idea. It's got, I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese. Maybe Walter from Antiques Arena, if you're watching this video, I'll cut a close-up into the film, and if you can decipher it, it'd be great if you'd let me know. Check out Antiques Arena, by the way, Walter. Really good antiques and vintage channel. He's based in, I believe it's Mountain Ash in Wales. And very knowledgeable chap, and has his own YouTube channel as well. So check him out. Anyway, so I think this is transfer printed. That could well say Beijing the pound shop, but the nature of being a dealer, I need to find out exactly what that says, what that mark is. Again, along with the stone deity, you know, this could be, my money is very cheap domestic piece of porcelain or ceramic. Time will tell. Right, I'm going to save the star item till the end, which isn't far off now. So next up, we have an arts and crafts copper mirror that would actually hang that way. It's got the original chain on the back and the wooden backboard. I would certainly date this very early part of the 20th century, or possibly even the latter part of the 19th century. There's very little foxing to the mirror plate. Some people like the foxing and will pay a lot more for it, but there's very little foxing to this plate, so it's pure, you know, very functional mirror. And the arts and crafts style with the embossed motifs around the frame, very attractive and desirable. I've actually got this on consignment to a certain extent, in that because I got it from somebody I know, I've agreed to pay them roughly 25% of the sale price. This could well sell for between 120 and 160 pounds, depending on finding the right buyer. So, you know, I could well end up paying sort of 30 to 40 pounds for it. But a lovely mirror, and something I'd certainly hang if I had the right space for it. We also have another mirror. Now this is a classic frameless Art Deco period mirror. That's the picture I'll hang, the original one. It's beautiful, crisp, clear, crystal clear condition. As you can see, it's frameless, that classic design that comes and goes in fashion. At the moment, it's definitely in fashion. And these sell, well, before I tell you what it sells for, it's got a lovely feature around the edge. It's a scallop design, but it's quite unusual, because the scallop is actually in the glass as opposed to the shape of the glass. I think it's a really lovely little mirror, which is popular because people's houses nowadays, you know, not a lot of wall space. So I'll be asking around 45 to 60 pounds for this, probably get nearer the 45. And again, it came from the same contact as the arts and crafts copper mirror. So I'll be paying roughly 25% of the value, of the sale value, to the person I acquired it off. So lovely 1930s Art Deco mirror. Now, here we have quite a striking item. Right, here we go. This is a Japanese or a Chinese, not sure, wooden screen, possibly a fire screen. I think originally it would have had mother of pearl inlay, which has been removed, but you can see the ghost image of the design. So there's a swan, the branch of a tree, and there's a whole tree there, leaves, Now I picked this up for £12. I don't think there's any huge age to it. Probably post-war anyway, so 1950s onwards, hard to tell. Maybe going for a little bit of restoration to smarten it up. I paid £12 for it, and I'll be asking £40 to £60 depending on the restoration. So nice ebonised wood. It is a hard wood, so I might be underselling it a little bit at £40. We'll see. Now, what is the star item? Well, I'm going to show you one example of a collection of items I picked up. I hit the mother lode really, and I managed to acquire 7 ever-taught stools. Here they are. Well, here's one of them. These were made around the Second World War period. They're industrial stools, metal base, wooden seat pad. Nothing particularly expensive about them when they were made. Plywood, bolted. What's brilliant is the original decal on pretty well all of them. What's also nice about them is they're the taller type. You can get some short stools, but these are the taller version. A bit more useful for breakfast bars or pub tables, bistro tables, so on. This one's a black painted finish, enamel paint. A lot of them are green. This has the original wooden seat pad, and it also has the original nuts and bolts. Now, because these are used in factories, these get bashed around, the bolts disappear, the seat pads split, but the 7 I've got are in great shape. Now, I paid £200 for the 7, so paid up to a certain extent. Potentially, if I can find the right buyer and sell them as a job lot, well, I may be sat on several hundred to £1,000 worth of stools. So I'll update you in terms of how we get on with that. I would like to sell them as a job lot, and ideally collection as well. I don't really want to be posting these around the UK. But yeah, 7, fantastic, really pleased with those. So there we go. That for now is the end of this small haul. Mainly items I've acquired over the past 7 to 10 days. I think they'll all do really well online. You can follow how they do by visiting the Vintage Freak Limited eBay shop. The link will be in the description below. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And as I said right at the beginning of this video, if you want to support our channel and you enjoy watching videos on affordable, decorative, functional antiques and vintage items, then please like, comment, and most important of all, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know in advance when I'm releasing the next video. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed it, and most important of all, take care and stay safe.